In a standoff with police inside a Springboro map. It's at the Fifth Third Bank, 700 block of Gardner Road. There's a news conference about to take place. Let's go live to that.
Investigation processes are ongoing. Understand that the Springboro Police Department is the command and control agency for this event. They have support from the Warren County Tactical Response Unit, the SWAT team if you will, the hostage negotiation team, and also their tactical dispatch, as well as the Franklin Police Department, Clear Creek Township, Lebanon, Miami Township, and the Ohio State Highway Patrol. We're all working together to get these two armed gunmen out of this bank in a very safe manner. We also, I think it's important for everybody to realize that State Route 741 is closed, so we would ask that motorists make some alternate plans as far as traveling through Springboro. I've had some conversation with the city manager. She is happy with the progress that's been happening so far. And at this point, I think that it's important that everybody understands that this is still a very dangerous situation. If you're out and about and you can actually see the windows of that bank, understand that you're in the line of fire. So we'd ask everybody to avoid this area. With that, I can take a question.
What about weapons? I mean, what kind of weapons do they have?
I don't know the exact type of weapons, but we do know that both suspects were armed when they tried to overpower the bank manager. They now have those weapons actually inside the bank, which makes it a very dangerous situation.
John, do you have any idea about the communication with these two men inside the bank?
The communication aspect is ongoing. Again, we've got the hostage negotiation team, which is part of the tactical response unit. Negotiations are continuing, so that's good news. In this point, I think it's very important to point out that there are no hostages in there. So certainly time is on our side, and hopefully these two individuals will make the right decision to come out and really put an end to this craziness.
Do you know if any shots were fired?
I don't know. I can't confirm that. There were some conversation about that, but I don't know.
But everybody's okay?
At this point, everybody's fine, including the bank manager.
Do we know if there are any suspicious cars found in the area or what they were going to use to try and get away?
That's a good question. We don't know. We're looking for that vehicle. Obviously, these two gunmen had to get to this bank somehow, and that's what we're trying to work out also with the investigation. Please understand two things. One is that Springboro is the command and control agency. They're trying to run a criminal investigation, SWAT team preparations, negotiations, perimeter, road closures, and of course the PIO process here. So a lot of stuff going on right now. I think the good news today right now, nobody hurt and no hostages.
Tactically, we've seen the armored truck go to the front of the building. Can you talk about that at all tactically?
That's part of the negotiation process. Some people did see it. One of our tactical response unit trucks approached the bank. That is still part of the negotiation process, which is ongoing. So hopefully within the next hour we should have another update as far as how things are progressing.
What about evacuations?
Okay, everyone, you have been listening to the Springboro Police Department. They're holding a news conference because we have an intense breaking situation right now in Springboro at a Fifth Third Bank. Two armed robbers are inside, two armed gunmen, I should say, are inside a bank. There's a standoff ongoing. Let's go to Lisa Smith, who's been on the scene for quite some time. She joins us on the phone. Lisa, what's going on?
Well, Tanya, what we can tell you is we are about 50 feet away from the bank and have a bird's eye view of the scene. Now, we can't tell you exactly where we are or what we're seeing because the police don't want us to give the robbers any information. However, what we know so far is that about 8:30 this morning, as the bank manager was coming into work, two gunmen apparently rushed the manager and managed to get inside the bank. Now, we're not sure how the bank manager managed to escape, but the two gunmen remain inside the bank at this time, as you just heard, and negotiations are ongoing. Now, some other information we have gotten about those negotiations. Now, I'm told that initially the communication with the gunmen was happening by way of bullhorn. However, now we're told that they are trying to make contact with them by phone. Regarding the shots fired, again, we also heard that there were unconfirmed reports of shots fired, but there was no one hurt. Warren County Sheriff's Department, of course, is on the scene. Springboro is in control, in command. The FBI is here as well. As we also heard, the streets around this area are all blocked That includes 741, which is Main Street here in Springboro, as well as Gardner Road. There are a number of spectators also out here because there is a fairly large shopping strip that is right across the street, directly across the street from the bank. Of course, we will stay here on the scene and give you updates throughout this newscast and also on WCPO.com. Tanya?
Lisa, thanks so much. Let me recap just a few things, everyone. 741 is shut down, as Lisa has just mentioned, in Springboro because there is a breaking situation. There are 2 armed gunmen inside a Fifth Third Bank there on Gardner Road. They took over that bank early this morning. The police department there, Springboro Police Department, saying they are in control of the situation along with a lot of assistance. Warren County SWAT team, Lebanon assisting, as well as Lisa just mentioned the FBI. But they said to anyone in that area, if you can see the windows of that bank, you are in the line of fire, so stay away. They are trying to communicate by phone, as Lisa just mentioned, and they're still trying to figure out who got those bank robbers there and how. Well, the